with the speech title, How to Kill a Bluebird. Help me welcome.
Come on, give me some more claps. I deserve that. All right, that's more like it. There's a bluebird inside my heart that wants to get out.
Then we cannot hear you.
You cannot hear me. Can you hear me? Everyone can hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. You can still hear me well? Okay. There's a bluebird inside my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for him. I say, stay in there. I will not let anybody see you. There's a bluebird inside my heart that wants to get out, but I pour whiskey on him and inhale cigarette smoke. And the whores and the bartenders and the grocery clerks will never know that he's in there. Bluebird by Charles Bukowski. Tonight, I will not be talking about Bukowski's genius. Instead, I'll be talking about a bluebird, my bluebird. Fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, greetings, wherever you are. So before I go ahead and talk about my bluebird, allow me to tell you a few things about myself. Well, I am a closed book. In fact, I'm so closed that I appear to be transparent. And I'm so hard to understand that at times I appear to be easily understood. If I'm to compare it to anything, I'd compare it to an example where you've went to this exam and you think you've aced it. You think you've scored a perfect score. You've answered all those questions correctly, and there's nothing better you can do, except when the results come out, you score a 50. And trust me, I'm being generous when I tell you you score a 50. This bluebird, this character inside me, resulted in the birth of this bluebird. This bluebird that loves to sing, this bluebird that loves to watch people grow, this bluebird that loves writing poetry. And often I wondered, why? Why did this bluebird exist? How did this character inside me build, create this bluebird? I was led to this conclusion that it was just because of a series of thoughts. Starting from something very simple, something very trifling, like my fear of sleeping with the lights off, but not saying it out loud because I'd be called a coward. I don't want to be called a coward. I'm 7, I'm old enough. I shouldn't be afraid of darkness. And so I could never share my thoughts. Another thought came, and another one. And they became this collection of thoughts. And later on, I started knowing that I can't do everything I want. If I wanted to write poetry, I'd write it, but keep it to myself as well. Because these content appear to be the best content for mockery by my friends. It's so vulnerable. I'm not supposed to be vulnerable. Am I? So another part of me hid. And that was how my bluebird came into existence. His first impression was quite an impression. As I was one day laying in bed, watching my ceiling, I hear a song filled with the agony of my silence. So I rushed in there. I looked inside there. I wanted to find the source. I was getting exposed, and I'm not ready for that. So I looked inside me until I found it. And when I did, I silenced it. Don't expose me. Don't ruin what I'm doing. I have an image to keep. And after I silenced it, it grew. grew by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by the second. And then it appeared again. This time, it was not singing. This time, it appeared as tears on my face, filling my ears, tears filling my eyes. And so I rushed back in there, but this time I had a different approach. I embraced it. It's like, I got you, didn't I? Of course I did not embrace it. God forbid I'd embrace it. Come on. Instead, I manipulated it. I deceived it. I made it become whatever I wanted it to be. I changed it, molded it, so that it accepts the cage I've put it in. I didn't offer a gilded cage. That's foolish. I offered a transparent one where it would rejoice its freedom. Not so freedom. This bluebird that's inside me is the true self, is my true self, is my true image. It's everything I truly thought. It's my true feelings. It's everything I had, whether to say about someone, about my school, about my major, about everything that I've hid and kept for myself. But I want to ask you though, how many of you don't have a bluebird inside them? How many of you say only truly what you feel when you feel it? How many of you have truly liberated their true selves and made it their image? Anyone? We all have these bluebirds. And ladies and gentlemen, I will preach what I do not practice, because I know how hurtful it is. I have plenty of reasons to weep, but you will fail to see tears falling down this face or for saline water to fill this beard. It's all because I silenced my bluebird. Do not do the same mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, free your bluebirds. Be true to yourselves before being true to anyone else. And what about me? Well, there's a bluebird inside me that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for it. But I'm Toastmasters.